teacher was in the middle of a class, suddenly coughed violently, then he passed out. The students thought the teacher was joking again, tell him to stop, until they saw that the teacher really did not move. They all panicked. The teacher was taken to the hospital. The results of the test was infected with pneumonia. Although this kind of pneumonia is not contagious, but the doctor still told him to rest at home for at least 2 weeks. In order not to delay the progress of the class, Clark asked a friend to record a video for him. The students listened to his lectures on video. What surprised the principal was, when did these poor students become so serious? When Clark returned from his illness with only a week to go before his final exams. He was furious with the students, because there were still people failing the test. Clark knew they had learned everything they needed to learn. It's just that their mindset towards the test, as casual as ever. He seriously told the students, the exams are in a week. Not only is it your chance to prove yourselves, it's also a chance to determine the direction of your life. An important hurdle. Awesome. Who was on the stage? Listened, but he smiled with disbelief. On the day of the exam, Chang met 2 gangster friends on the road, asking him to go with him to do some thievery. Luckily, Clark had already guessed that Chang would have problems, so he came to pick him up and take him to school. Do you want to go this way or that way? Which way? Looking at Mr. Clark's sincere eyes, Sean made his choice. That way. He doesn't know yet, this humdrum choice, how much his life would change. Stepping on the last bit of time, Clark sent Sean into the exam room. Inside, the students were answering questions. Clark was outside, nervous, like a father waiting for his child to be born. Finally the bell rang. The exam was over. Seeing the students' faces relaxed, Clark was finally relieved. Before the results came in, he invited the class to take their parents to see a play on Broadway. The students were overjoyed, especially Sean, but by the day the play started, everyone was there, but there was no one there but Sean. Clark realized something was wrong. He went to Scene's house, pushed open the hidden door, and found a mess inside. Walked into Scene's room. He saw a handsome mural on the wall. In the painting, a young man in black removed a white mask. Shang has such a high talent for painting. Before he had been wearing a mask, closed himself off. Clark realized this, and rushed downstairs to find. Finally, in a garbage pile, he found a bruised and battered Sean. He had been abused by his foster father, and thrown out of the house. Clark hugged him tightly. He said that his suffering was over and that it was okay. The principal offered to take Sean in, and promised to take good care of him. On the last day of the school year, Clark held an award ceremony. Trophies were given to each student. A math award for those with a talent for math. It was not just a trophy that was given, but also a trophy that gives students the confidence that comes from recognizing one's own strengths. At that moment, the principal came in. He was holding the graduation test results of the entire class. In the midst of the students' nervous anticipation, he announced the results. Everyone passed, and the overall score of the class, the highest overall score of the class. You even outperformed the gifted class. When the class was the worst in New York, in just over half a year, they really did a miracle. This story is based on true events. Clark became a legendary teacher in America. His 55 classroom rules are widely used. The don't give up philosophy of education. He helped countless students who were on the verge of degradation to change their destiny.